What's up, guys? Welcome back to the basement. It's just me and Ramon here. We got 2 weeks worth of books for you. Hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving. I did. How was yours?
I was stuffed like nobody's business.
It was good, man.
Hours later, I'm like, oh my God, it's not moving.
My mother made lasagna. She made chicken cutlets. She made gavadils. Then turkey came out. I don't really eat turkey. I don't like it.
And you did not share any of it?
No, I did not. There's still lasagna, though, if you want some.
Really?
Yeah, I think there is.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll take a piece of that.
Yeah, we could do that. But before we do that, guys, we got a bunch of stuff to review. Also, make sure you tune into our extras channel because the big guy and I have Flash and Arrow to cross over to review. We've got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. to review, the mid-season finale. We got the Terminator trailer to talk about, as well as the new Star Wars trailer. And honestly, there's just not enough time in the regular show to do that.
Yeah.
So we have taken to doing these separately on the extras channel in little, like, you know, 5 to 10 minute videos, whatever, where we spit our opinions on all of the nuances within the shows and the movie trailers and everything. And these are things that you should be watching. So make sure you subscribe to our extras channel, guys, on YouTube and check all of those out. This week, we got Boom Studios' Escape from New York. We got Dark Horse Comics, Hellboy, and the BPRD. We got Secret Six #1. We got Wolf Moon #1 from DC Vertigo. We got Dynamite's Army of Darkness and Shaft, both #1s. From Marvel, we got Angela, Asgard's Assassin, and Thanos vs. Hulk. And from last week, we got Gotham by Midnight #1, IDW's Shadow Show #1. We got the Transformers Drift, Empire of Stone. We got ODY-C #1. We got Scarlet Spiders #1 that teamed up with Spider-Man 2099. I think it was #6. And we got Toe Tag Riot from Black Mask. We got a lot of books to talk about, guys. So this is why we started doing the extras channel with all of the, you know, TV shows and stuff. So once again, make sure you tune in and watch. So book of the week over the last 2 weeks, I would say Shaft.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Shaft does not get the shaft. It was a really good book. What?
Nothing.
Come on, you should have expected that.
I should have.
Uh-huh. We had the privilege of attending a Dynamite 10th anniversary panel back at New York Comic Con, and we actually got to hear David Walker, who is the writer, give his thoughts and insights into, you know, what it would be like to write a character back in the 1970s. And first of all, just steel yourself toward, like, this is a the racial slurs fly high in this one. We won't share them with you, but just, you know, be ready for them. What I liked about this book actually was the very end of it, but we'll get to that in a moment. Shaft, in this case, he's a boxer, and he's talking about, like, I started boxing when I came out of the army to make some money, but I was always a fighter. I was a fighter since I was a kid, and they're doing flashbacks of, like, some punks were trying to rob him, and obviously
bicycle chain?
Yeah.
That's old school right there.
Fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
And he did not let that happen. At least I got the impression he fought back. He might have lost that fight because they didn't finish the paneling on that.
Bicycle chain to the face usually means you lost.
Yeah, but he gave it his all.
Yeah.
Which was like, you know, he wouldn't go down unless he was fighting. And obviously now there's some big time gangsters coming to see the fight. There's the black dude who kind of runs Harlem, and he is like the underboss to this other Italian kid who he used to work with the Italian kid's father. I guess the father's dead, and now this young punk is kind of taking over. You get the idea he's a bit of a douchebag.
Yeah.
But either way, these two guys got money on this fight, and it is not in our buddy John Shaft's favor. They wanted to take a dive. And so a lot of the bookies talk about this, you know, as a fighter, you can't go down unless you're fighting. I don't take a dive for nobody. I don't lay down for nobody. And one of the guys that the black gangster has with him is this old school boxer that Shaft knows from the neighborhood, that, you know, he was a real up-and-comer, and then he took a dive in one of the rounds, and now he's just like a bouncer for this guy. He's like his enforcer. Right. So, needless to say, Shaft does not take a dive. He decides he's going to win, and he's going to win in such a way that it's going to be a win that they talk about for years to come. Not only does he knock the guy out, he knocks him out of the whole fucking ring.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking cool. Nice splash page, too. Really great artwork on this.
The artwork really good.
And so now his coach and, like, his trainer and everybody, like, you got to get the fuck out of here. Because when they come through the door, they're going to kick your goddamn ass. And he's like, let it happen. I ain't gonna run. You know, if they're gonna kick my ass, I've gotten my ass kicked. Whatever, nothing new.
Yeah.
So the gangster comes in, he starts yelling, and he's like, you know, we're gonna basically kick your ass. His boy, the big bouncer, says, hang on, man, I want to take care of this personally. So I'm thinking that these two are gonna fight it out now.
Yeah, I was expecting something.
And this is gonna be some shit. So they go outside, out back, and you get a quick flashback of when this dude was still an up-and-coming fighter, and Shaft is a kid.
Or bandaged up and shit.
Yeah, from, I guess, the street fight and shit. And he's telling him, you don't lay down for nobody. You don't ever give up a fight. You always fight. And he's like, he's training with the kid's helping him train and everything, and you can tell that Shaft kind of looks up to this guy. Like, at least that's the impression I got.
Yeah.
So the guy gives him one good shot to the gut.
Yeah.
And then
tells him
stops.
Broken bones take 3 months or so to heal.
So don't be seen before then.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you do, it's both our asses. So basically, when he said I want to take care of this personally, he let him go.
Yeah.
And that was really cool. Like, so you kind of got the idea he's got a friend at least, you know, something to the effect. Like, he did what he had to do, but there's no reason you have to do that. Just get out of here, and hopefully we don't see you for another 3 months. If I don't get the impression that Shaft is going to stay gone for 3 months,
Nope.
nah. He's going to come back, probably kill the other dude somehow.
Yeah.
I don't see that he's a cop yet, like, you know, from the old show.
No, he's not. He's still...
So I wonder if that's going to change or not. I wonder...
Oh, I think this is the book where shows what Shaft becomes Shaft. I mean, he just fresh out of the army. He has PTSD.
Right. You definitely see that.
He's starting to form his opinion about things and how life should be. And that's all going to lead to the Shaft we all know and love. So, it's an origin almost. It is.
Do you sit back and wonder if Isaac Hayes is reading this book? And like what he thinks of it?
I would hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Definitely a really cool book. Definitely something that I'm going to go back and pick up issue 2, and I highly recommend you guys do. Did you read Shaft from David Walker and Dynamite? Let us know. Hit us up. questions@peachbasement.com, facebook.com/peachbasement, and make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for up-to-the-minute reviews and fun pictures and all kinds of crazy contests. We be giving shit away like left and right. And speaking of contests, we got a good one for you this week. We have several. We got like 18 signed posters from Alex Maleev that we got at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
And they are signed right there. There's the signature. Hellboy and the BPRD 1952, which will be the next book that we talk about. We are going to give these away 3 at a time each week, because I'm figuring this book is probably going to be 6 issues long.
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah. So we're going to give 3 away each month. Only way to do it is follow us on Instagram, guys. This is an Instagram exclusive contest. We are going to do this old school. Share the picture, tag us. The whole thing will be up on Instagram by the time you're watching this video come Tuesday. You subscribers, you get this shit early, so just be waiting with bated breath. Burp. That one was for you, big guy.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully you are one of the lucky 3 winners. This contest is only going to last 1 week.
Also, they also get...
We're going to give them something else?
Yeah.
What else we want to give them?
I'm going to give them a month. A free month subscription to our show. So you'll be getting, hey, early access to our video and all the extra stuff we add on to it. He adds on to it because I don't edit. Fuck that. So, hey, poster signed by Alex Maleev. I was there. And a month of us. Well,
Ain't you just a generous bastard for Christmas time?
Yeah.
You heard it here, guys. We're going to give you a month free. So when you win, we will email you. We will let you know that you have won. And we'll tell you the secret code to put in for your free subscription. And we hope you enjoy the rest of the show. So, before we close out, let's talk about Hellboy, actually. It was almost Book of the Week for me. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was.
I liked it a lot.
You just know it's building into this whole full story.
It started out very much like the movie. Like, yeah at least for me. Like, I was introduced to the movie before I read Hellboy.
Same here.
So, but then I got into it, and it was, you know, it's obviously a really good story. I got the books up there, the original graphic novels. But basically, this one starts out, and all of a sudden, like, they show him as a kid, and now he's like a teenager. You know, he's grown because he grows at a different rate than we do.
This is a slender Hellboy.
But the professor is like, I can't keep him cooped up here forever. You know, there's this town in Brazil that's having some problems, some supernatural issues. So you four take Hellboy and investigate it. Shouldn't be too hard.
Which is interesting, the group is sent.
The fact that he actually willingly sent him, like he's usually the one trying to keep him, you know, back. But maybe there's a reason for that. Like we've only seen Hellboy much older. Like the professor's still young in this. You know, it's only a couple of years after Hellboy was initially summoned. Like what was it? I think it was 4 or 5 years after, and he's already a teenager.
Yeah. Also, we've seen Hellboy as a little kid running around military bases. So you could see, obviously, from those stories that he's always been in a military base.
Right.
He needs to stretch his legs.
Right.
If not, he will be a bitter fucking demon. And we don't need that.
Bitter demons are usually not
good. No.
It's not a good thing.
Happy demons.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
If you watch Supernatural, they got a couple of happy demons now and then.
No.
You never watch Supernatural? I'm surprised at you.
I watch too much shit.
There's a lot of hot women on Supernatural, man.
I might consider it now.
Yeah, you should.
Okay.
Anyway, they fly down to Brazil. You kind of get the idea that one of the guys is a bit of a scumbag.
Yeah.
I don't really trust this guy too much. He was talking to some shady dude on the phone.
Yep.
They get down to this town in Brazil. Mind you, he doesn't want Hellboy there.
Yeah.
So that's either a ploy because he does want him there, or he's up to some shit and he doesn't want Hellboy finding out.
Yeah.
One of the two. But they don't go into a whole lot of detail yet. This town is obviously fucking haunted. The priest is scared shit, but he doesn't want anybody else, like, investigating.
Nobody
He's
wants
yelling
to be
at
out
this
at
poor little old lady who's speaking Portuguese to everybody. And he's like, how did you bring these strangers in? And she's like, I brought in the only people who could help us. Why don't you go back to your church and cower like a, you know, like a Mary, like you do.
Mentions that he's a drinker.
Right.
It's good.
It was really good.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, and you're right. You said nobody wants to be out after dark. Like something is fucking going on.
Not even talk after dark. You should be sleeping. As soon as the sun goes down, go to sleep.
Right. You wouldn't even tell them what's going on until morning. And they're basically like at this town that's overlooking an old abandoned and supposedly haunted fort.
Slash
where all
prison,
of the,
slash
right, it was a prison, and all of the soldiers and the prisoners died from some sort of plague that God had wrought upon them and shit.
That's how God rolls.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. He's got this whole plague thing like down to a science, I think. Yeah. Hellboy and the BPRD, the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense, right?
Yes. I think so.
I think so.
I think so.
Pretty sure.
If we're wrong, our fans will let us know.
They certainly will.
Yes.
Really good book, guys. Runner-up for Book of the Week. Definitely pick it up from Dark Horse. I don't know how long it's going to run, but if you do know how long this miniseries is supposed to be, feel free to hit us up. Honestly, Ramon and I do not hit up the regular like news websites and stuff because there's just too many goddamn spoilers out there.
Oh my fucking God, yes.
I try to stay away from like Newsarama and stuff like that because first of all, I kind of feel like they ride the dick of the big two a little too much.
A little?
Yeah, I'm being nice. I like Newsarama, don't get me wrong. They got great top 10 lists and shit. I love reading those. I like reading the non-spoiler stuff.
Yeah, the fun stuff.
Yeah.
If it usually is fun. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes
it's boring. But I mean, everything can be boring sometimes.
I don't care for spoilers. I don't care for solicitations.
Right. I don't want to fucking know.
Yeah.
I want to actually read something and holy shit, be surprised.
Yeah.
It's like old hat now. It's taboo. It's not unheard of, you know?
Dicks.
So, we got some questions from our buddy Dejan Venny. Wants to know who would win in a fight, the classic geek question, Red Hood versus the Winter Soldier.
Red Hood.
What?
Red
Hood?
Current Red Hood in comic books has superpowers.
Really? Why?
He's super fast and he has some enhanced strength.
That's whack.
I agree.
That's fucking stupid.
Because he in the current DC, he has he trained with like this weird spiritual demon people and shit, and he just picked up a lot of shit like that.
I'm sorry, the Red Hook's a fucking Red Hook, Brooklyn. The Red Hood is a reject Robin.
I agree.
He's a fucking punk.
I agree. Normally,
and he's a punk that had to come back to life during a Grant Morrison story. So Winter Soldier, I think, would just fucking punch a hole through his chest.
Well, technically, it was Jeff Loeb. It was during Hush he came back, but it wasn't fully announced.
I came back during Crisis when he came out of the grave. No. Really?
Yeah, really.
I don't remember him coming back during Hush.
He was one of the guys that came back and fought him. He had the weird older R suit and shit. Trust me. Read Hush again.
All right.
Yeah.
I kind of got to go back and read Hush because he's obviously playing a prominent role in Batman
He fought,
Eternal.
and then he just disappeared.
Right.
And then they did extra weirder shit with him.
Don't remember at all.
Yeah. And Batman was freaking out. Like, that fighting style is exactly the fighting style of what's his name? Jason Todd. Mm-hmm. Like, no way could Hush have faked that. So then they left it alone.
So he pulled a shredder, basically.
Something like that. And then later on...
Something about the way they fight. Something from the past.
7 years. Why am I surprised?
How do you not remember that line?
Because I read so many books.
All right, fair enough. I got Winter Soldier, man. I think the Red Hood's a punk. And I think he would get punked by the Winter Soldier. I mean, he did that whole, like, bah, and fucking stab.
Oh, you're going with movie Red?
I'm going with Winter Soldier, period.
It should be Winter Soldier, period. But in current DC continuity, which is, you know, funny saying that word together, that's...
You got a tickle in your throat?
Yeah, he's that much more powerful.
Dijon also wanted to know... this is actually, I think it's more geared toward you. Braniac versus Ultron. Also, what would happen if they combine and become one? It would be horrible, wonderful, sexy. He's quoting you there.
Yeah, it's good to be quoted.
That's nice. It feels good, right?
If they fought, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think that would be a great fight.
It would be fucking sick.
I think Ultron is cooler, but I think I'd give that fight to Braniac.
I do not like the visuals of Ultron. During Annihilation Conquest, I liked him then.
Right.
Normally,
like King Ultron, whatever it was.
Normally, I don't normally like the way he looks. I think it's very cheesy and they haven't really upgraded him. My favorite Braniac is Gary Frank's Braniac.
When he was... Oh, that was the fucking best story. When he's like, you've never actually fought Braniac.
Exactly.
That was sick.
It was. That Braniac would fucking own Ultron.
Fuck him up.
Own him, turn him to scrap.
Yeah.
And, you know, toothpick.
When he just gets out of the shit and you see Superman like, damn.
Yes. That Braniac would be awesome. And if it was to combine, it would be Braniac using Ultron.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it would be like, you're just a toy.
Which would happen after they fought and he conquered Ultron and just took his shit.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Yeah, I think we're both in agreement. I think we give that one to Braniac.
Yeah.
Our powers combined. No?
But if Braniac stole Ultron's adamantium body, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. I think if Braniac had access to something like adamantium,
it'd be over. Yeah.
I mean, we've already seen from the Gary Frank series that he's got access to steroids on Kalu. So, yeah. Guys, as always, thank you for tuning in. Please make sure that you subscribe to the Pete's Basement Show so that way you can continue to watch the rest of the video as me and Ramon can talk about all the rest of the books. I continue to drink.
Yes, he will.
Plus, we're going to be even more generous. It's Christmas time.
Really?
So if you subscribe now for that $3.99 for the month, not only do you get the month subscription, which gets you all of the videos early, you get access to find out all the contests early, you
extras,
get all of the extras videos, you get all of the behind-the-scenes stuff, which we do not publish otherwise because it's just really that stupid and silly and fucking hilarious that we have to keep this stuff on the down low. You get all of that stuff, and we're going to give you 2 weeks free. So you get 1 month and a half just for the $3.99. Pretty cool. And that's open to everyone. There is no special code or nothing you got to put in. Subscribe for the whole month and you get a free 2 weeks. You can also download this episode for 99 cents and it expires, it deletes itself in 2 days. For the $1.99, you get the whole episode forever. It's DRM free. You can watch it on any device that you choose. But really, the best deal is the $3.99 that you get all of the access to the behind-the-scenes stuff and you get early access and everything else. Because if you don't, if you just get the $1.99 one, you still got to wait till Tuesday. And you pay to watch the whole episode.
$3.99 a month. That's awesome. $1 a week.
I spend fucking more money on that a day, like eating candy and shit.
Yes.
It's terrible. We got a vending machine in the office. It's the worst fucking thing that ever happened to me.
That's bad.
God damn it. Guys, make sure you tune in to at least the audio show so you can hear all of the rest of the reviews of the great books we mentioned before. And make sure you tune in to the Pete's Basement Extras channel, where we're going to talk about the Terminator trailer for Terminator Genesis that's coming out. We're going to talk about the Star Wars trailer for The Force Awakens. We're going to talk about the Flash Arrow crossover. And we are going to talk about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Ming-Na.
Ming-Na. And Chloe. Ah, Chloe. Guys, we'll see you next week. Can I have a refill, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. So let's start with last week.
Okay.
I think that's probably good. Gotham by Midnight. Now, I looked through this. I didn't get a chance to read it, and I regret it. But the artwork was really awesome looking.
Yeah, it is. It works perfect with it, too.
What is this about?
Corrigan? The Spectre.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's his own little task force.
This is from that piece of Batman Eternal, right?
No.
When he was fighting that spirit guy on the ground?
Yeah, but
it's not a takeoff of that?
No.
Okay.
But it explains why he was in Gotham. He's a cop in Gotham,
Right.
a detective who has his own little squad. And his squad deals with the weird shit that happens in Gotham. And that's what it's about.
Okay.
It's like
So this is going to be an ongoing?
Yeah.
So this is not some sort of offshoot of Batman Eternal at all?
No. I mean, you could say it almost is, because that's the first time we see him as a detective doing supernatural research. So, yeah.
But that would just be like almost like a lead-in. Like this is not following that story.
Yeah,
where
it is
then
not
Arkham
following that story
collapsed
at all.
and shit.
Yeah, at least not yet.
Right. Now, is he still under there as well? Or did he get out?
I think they got out. There's a lot going on in fucking...
I know.
in
Batwing is still under there as far as...
No, he's out.
He's out now?
Yeah, they're out.
I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, they're all out.
The last I heard, the last issue that I read of Eternal was when Bruce Wayne is now bankrupt. Or whatever. The government seized all his money.
Yeah, because...
Hush fucking was blowing up the safe houses and everything.
It's proven that Wayne Enterprises was funding that.
Right.
So he pretty much funded a bunch of places around Gotham with C4.
Bombs.
Yeah.
He fucking planted bombs around the city.
Yeah. So yeah, that's actually the last one. Yeah. So
Eternal's fucking good.
It is good. For a fucking weekly, it is really good.
I'm impressed how much I'm liking this.
Yeah, it is.
And I like the fact that like he managed to beat Hush, and Hush is like, I still fucking won, asshole.
Yeah.
I still won.
Sucks to be you, doesn't it?
I hope that armor does not become a mainstay. That armor that he wore in the last issue when he fought Batman, that ridiculous fucking like bat-looking thing.
I'm hoping not.
Hush is a mummy-looking motherfucker in a trench coat, and that's that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's a cool-ass costume.
Yes.
Done. But Gotham by Midnight was good.
Yeah,
this is recommended.
I recommend it.
I did want to read this.
It is good.
And judging from what you're saying, like you said, the artwork does match the theme of it.
Yeah.
Real quick, what does BPRD stand for?
Bureau of Paranormal Research and Defense.
Very fucking
Really?
good.
Oh,
Cuz
I'll pull that on my
that
ass.
was it.
The D had me going.
Uh-huh. Hey.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for tuning in. Please make sure that you subscribe to the Pete's Basement Show so you can continue.
Yes. Keep on.
It was one sip.
And it's special. Florida has become this weird, separate country with a special immigration process where you go. What are you looking for? The whiskey?
The whiskey.
The whiskey. The
The
whiskey.
whiskey?
All the way back there, so you're not getting something right now.
Son of a bitch. All right.